Hi, and welcome to Cyber Tip Tuesday. I'm Kristin Judge with the Cybercrime Support Network. And today I want to talk to you about customer service imposter scams. For many of us, we can't go into the store and go to the customer service desk and get help with returning an item or talking about a defected item. So during this time, when we're doing more on phone or online, the bad guys are basically putting up fake sites that look just like your neighborhood department store or just like a place where you might have bought something, and they are pretending to be that store to get your information and get money, unfortunately. So the Federal Trade Commission just put out a warning in August of this year about fake customer service sites. If you want to contact a company's customer service department, you might start by searching for a phone number or a website on Google. And when you go to that search, you might find the very first one, the second one, it looks like it's the actual site that you need to be going to. Let's say it's a department store, XYZ department store. So you think you're going on the XYZ department store, you click on customer service, but actually you're on a fake website. Even though it has the XYZ store's logo, it has their look and feel, it's not really their site. And when you talk to the customer service folks, or you send a message through IM or text them, they're going to say they'll help you to resolve the problem. But first, you need to send them some money or gift cards. You know, we've talked about it before, and it's one of our top 3 rules on Scam Spotter. Never send gift cards as a form of payment. That's always a scam. So let's say you're on the phone with this customer service, or you're on their website and you're discussing back and forth. They say, okay, we'll help you with your problem, but you need to send us some money first. Or what they're also doing is saying, well, I'll help you with the problem, but you have to give me remote access to your computer or your device. What they're trying to do is get into your computer, look around for things that they can steal, or they may even ask you for your password so they can get into your account. You never want to give your password to someone ever, unless they're sitting right next to you. It's someone that you love and trust. Even then, you might not love or trust them tomorrow, so you probably don't want to give it to them. But you don't ever give a stranger your password. There's no reason to do that. Any reputable company will make it so you can change your password without having to tell someone what your password is. The FTC recommends a few things here. Check the product packaging. If you still have the product packaging or a manual, go there and look for the website or the phone number to call for customer service instead of just looking in a search engine. Number 2, try and find the official website. So when you're looking, you don't just type in the website that you want to go to, the name of the company, but put in the URL, the HTTPS colon backslash whatever backslash or forward slash and the URL, and make sure you found the actual site. You can also look at the URL where you're visiting and put your cursor over it, hover over it, and see if that's actually the site you're on. Sometimes they'll just put one letter different in the fake website, so it still looks like you're XYZ company, but maybe they changed the X to an M or something, and it's just a little bit off. So number 3, don't ever wire money or send gift cards or give your account password in exchange for customer service help. No legitimate company is going to ask you for that. If you've purchased something and they have a return policy or a customer service department, they shouldn't ask you to pay them to help you. Hang up on anybody who wants to or asks you to pay them to get the help that you need with their services. There's another customer service scam that I want to talk about that is, really prevalent, unfortunately, and that's called tech support scams. Basically, what a criminal does is they try and gain remote access to your computer while they're pretending to help you resolve an issue, but the issue doesn't even exist. I'm going to tell you a story about my dad. Amazing guy, knows a lot about computers, and I'm obviously in cybersecurity education awareness. But he got a call one time, and they said, hello, this is your computer company. And they used a real computer company's name. And they said, there's something wrong with your computer, but we have the fix for it. So we'd like to get access to your computer, and then we'll put on this new antivirus software, and we'll get it all fixed up for you. Fortunately for my dad, it was a brand new computer. He didn't have his tax files from the year before. He didn't have any personal documents. He literally just bought the computer. So there wasn't anything on it necessarily that was of value to him. When he was on the phone with the folks, he gave them access to his computer. He stayed on the phone with them for 2 hours. Why 2 hours? Because they were looking around, trying to find something of value on his computer, looking in all of his desktop folders, looking at his hard drive, seeing what it was attached to, maybe seeing if it was attached to a router that they could take advantage of. And then at the end, they said, oh, we fixed everything for you, and now we're going to give you the best antivirus program, and you're going to download it on your computer now. We're going to help you download it. And obviously, it was not a real antivirus software. It was actually a virus that they downloaded for him. And then they said, this is all just going to cost you $350. So of course, he was so thankful for all the time they had spent with him. They gave him the great antivirus, which is probably worth, he thought, a couple $100 anyway. And they charged him $350. He took out his credit card, paid them, and then called me saying how excited he was that he had this new antivirus on his computer. So we went through the idea of what actually happened, and I actually got him to take the computer to a computer support store and have it completely wiped back down to the hard drive. So this happens to so many people. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, and just think about all the people that are working from home right now, and the fact that they don't have maybe a tech support person around the corner or in the building, and they get a message that says, oh, your tech support says you have a virus. We need to help you on that. If you work in a company with 30, 50,000 people and you get a message from tech support, you may not know that that's not your actual tech support for your company. And you could go ahead and follow through and give them access to your computer. So this is something everyone needs to be paying attention to. Your computer is not broken unless you know it's broken. You know, if someone's calling you and saying, oh, guess what? I know your computer's broken. Trust me, there are billions and billions of computers. No company is keeping track and then calling you at home to tell you your computer isn't working. That is always a scam. So unfortunately, the scammer may usually have you pay for fake technical support. They gain access to your computer. And if you had on your computer, let's say, fortunately, my dad did not, but what if you had your banking information up and running? Or what if they had you just sign into your bank account to test something, and then they got an idea of what your password is, or other financial info, like many of us do our taxes online or with a tax software, and then we keep the documents on our computer. If they get in there, they get your social security number, date of births of all your kids, and social security numbers, where you live, and so on. You could also have medical records on there, and someone may steal your insurance or medical records. So thanks, Dad, for letting me tell your story. And I want to tell you that in 2019 alone, the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center had 13,000 plus complaints about this kind of tech support fraud, and more than $54 million was lost in total. So, and that's an increase from 40% losses in 2018. I'll tell you though, we're working with some great companies. Some of our sponsors are really working hard to stop these bad guys. So I don't want you to think you're in this alone. Not only are nonprofits like ours helping, the companies who are used in these scams inappropriately are the ones that are really helping to fight the bad guys too. So we're thankful for the private sector really stepping up. If you've been affected by an imposter scam like the ones that we talked about today, you're not alone, and you shouldn't be embarrassed. This is something that, like I said earlier, anybody could be a victim of. So what you need to do is find out, what are the first immediate action steps I should take when I've been the victim of a tech support scam? And we recommend that you go to fraudsupport.org. Again, that's fraudsupport.org. That's our website where you can go and learn how to report, recover, and reinforce your security. On Fraud Support, we take you through a few steps. Number one, update and download legitimate security software, and then scan your computer or device. See what kinds of malware or viruses they left behind on your computer. And stop all contact with the fraudulent company, and change any passwords that you think may have been saved on your computer or your device, because they probably stole them off of your device and now they have your passwords. If you paid someone with a credit card, make sure you get a hold of your financial institution or your bank right away and have them close any compromised accounts. And then go to annualcreditreport.com and run a credit report just to make sure. Maybe a week after, maybe 2 weeks after, but it's always good to run those at least a couple times a year. And right now during COVID, people are allowed to get a free credit report through annualcreditreport.com even more often than they used to be able to, We used to be able to do it just once a year, and now I think it's even maybe once a month or could even be once a week. So we appreciate them doing that. So we have more information on all kinds of scams, and in the face of these kinds of imposter scams, we want you to know there are resources for you on fraudsupport.org. If you think you're being scammed and you haven't yet finished, going through the whole process or giving anybody any money, go to scamspotter.org. That's where you can test yourself. There's even a quiz. We did this site in partnership with Google, and you can go on scamspotter.org and figure out, is this legitimate or is this a scam? And that will give you a lot of help too. Thanks for tuning in to Cyber Tip Tuesdays today. I'm here every Tuesday at 3:05 Eastern, and we appreciate you following Cybercrime Support Network on YouTube and LinkedIn. Stay in touch with us and have a great day.